What is going on, nerds and nerdettes? It's your boy, Stevie B, with my latest haul video. Man, I was 5 minutes away from going to bed. I was. As you don't know, I work graveyard shift, so, I sleep during the day, and man, my mail had already run. Didn't get nothing. Wasn't expecting nothing. Was about ready to call it a day and go to bed, and then ding, my notifications went off. Midtown has delivered your books. So in Midtown is the bookmark for when it's time to do a haul video. So whenever I get my Midtown, I do my haul videos and share all the stuff that I've gotten for the week. And another pretty big stack. It's a problem, y'all. It's becoming a problem. It's a huge stack of books. But let's get on with the Midtown stuff first, because as I said before, and I'll say again, this is the same shit everybody's probably got, but you may not know why you got it. You may not know a few things. So it's all about education, man. We educate here. But anyway, first up, you got Wonder Girl #1, this variant. The first Yara Floor solo ongoing series. That she kind of, she started off as Yara Floor as Wonder Woman, kind of like Superboy started off as Superman, and don't call me Superboy, and then boof, you're Superboy. Yeah, she started off much the same way. She was Wonder Woman, and then it's like, nah, get your ass back down there to Wonder Girl status. So anyway, I probably won't go all in on the Wonder Girl stuff. Just thought I'd pick up the first issue for fun. Anyway, but Nightwing #80. We are 2 issues of the Heartless saga here, and we're 2 issues in, and this is the second cameo appearance. It's like, for crying out loud, just bring her out already. But it is the second cameo appearance of Heartless. And I've been waiting. I mentioned in my videos one time when I was reminiscing about the old 90s books, and I'd gotten a Legends of the Dark Knight book in there, and I was like, I missed that series, It didn't do very well, and you can pick up the entire run of them in the dollar bin box at your local LCS, because they didn't do no well. And I had mentioned, I wish somebody would come along and reboot that whole series and make it cool again. Ask and ye shall receive. Legends of the Dark Knight #1. And this is the first appearance of it's an unnamed character that's a chemical arms dealer that supplies Gotham with weapons. So I don't know if if they're gonna do anything with that character or not. But anyway, I love that cover though. But I'm glad to see Legends of the Dark Knight making a comeback. And this one, I wasn't going to buy it, but, your buddies tend to influence you sometimes. And I don't know why I don't buy these books, because, I love the character, but I guess it's just, here's my list of top characters that I like and books I want, and he's kind of just right there. And, and I just can't squeeze him in. But talking about the Hulk, of course, my buddy Jason, the comic book preacher. By the way, if you haven't subbed him up, head over there and do it. I don't know if he's hit his 100 yet. He was really close as of this filming. He was at 83 for that giveaway. So I don't know. We may have done the giveaway already, but who knows? But anyway, I saw this book, saw what it was about, and I was like, you know what? I channeled my inner comic book preacher, and it told me, get this book. Get it, put it back in your PC, and you'll have you a Hulk book. But Immortal Hulk, Time of Monsters, #1. And this is the origin of the Green Door. But what interested me the most was it was the first appearance of the original Hulk. So apparently, old Brucey boy wasn't the first one to become a Hulk. Apparently this guy was around 10,000 years before the current Hulk. So it's a storyline based on the the 10,000-year-old original Hulk. So you could say I have the first appearance of the original Hulk. So, hey. Anyway, but that's something cool for my PC. And then last in my Midtown pickups was I picked this up, more of a spec book than anything, but also because it was cover price and it was a signed book. I'm like, well, shit, go ahead, give it to me. But it's Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters, Alpha number 1, the director's cut, signed by Charles Soule, or is it Soleil? It depends. If you want to church it up, it's Soleil. If you don't, it's Charles Soule. But anyway, there's his signature, COA on the back, and it was like cover price for it. And I was like, well, okay, I'll get one. Anyway, that wraps up the old Midtown comic book haul. Now we get into some good shit here. Some good shit. We got to get the good shit. This one, ironically, I was going through some boxes of DVDs and stuff, and this got put in with some DVDs because it's approximately the same size as one of the DVD cases, I guess. But I found this DC Comics New 52, the poster collection, and this is a Loot Crate exclusive variant of this, but it's just got a bunch of cool posters that you can yank out of there if you want and put them up. So I was like, cool, I'll salvage that. That's a neat little book. Anyway, let's get on with the haul, shall we? Now, I know I talk about my LCS Douche Canoe comics, and I don't shop there. I do have one other alternative that I go to occasionally, and and I don't know if they have them in your area, but it's a chain, Vintage Stock, and they have a few comic books. And I said I need to start checking them out a little more often, because my boy Jason was in there like right after I left there and pulled out the first appearance of Apocalypse out of the Dollar Bin book. This book right there, pulled it out for $1.99. And I was like, man, why can't I get that lucky? Well, as it turns out, I didn't do too bad myself. I pulled out, first, I saw this in their new arrivals box, and it was Tales of the Green Lantern Corps Annual number 2. And this one was in there, and it was for $2.99, I believe. I want to say it was $3. But it may have been $3.99. Anyway, cheap. But it is in minty condition. It is in great condition. I mean, I say minty. I'd give it a solid 9 to 9.2. Anyway, but this is the first appearance of Sodam Yat, who becomes Ion later. Thank you, Comic Fu, for giving me the little history, the brief, however brief it was. The little, yeah, he becomes Ion. Okay, but thank you for that. But anyway, so for what I paid for it and for what it's going for on eBay, pretty good deal. And if that wasn't good enough for me, they actually had the newsstand copy, and it's in better condition. This would be an easy 9.4 to 9.6. But yeah, the newsstand. But also in that book, or in that box, a New Arrivals, for just a couple of bucks, was Showcase 95 number 8 of 12. And this was the first Mongol Cameo, I guess, as a baby. So, a little minor key there. So I picked it up for a couple bucks. And last, while digging through there, this was in there for $1.99 in the back issue bin. And this was X-Force number 8. Now, I already have a copy of this, but this one's the newsstand. And this was the origin of Cable and the first cameo appearance of Domino. And correct me if I'm wrong, but is this not the first appearance of the Wild Pack? I could be wrong on that. Could be mistaken. But I got it because it's the origin of Cable and the first Cameo Domino. And it was a couple bucks. But anyway, alright. But that's my LCS haul. On to my eBay pickups. And, man, I got some good stuff in here. Had to get this. Been wanting this little mini series for a long time, and I think there's going to be a point where this thing's going to start to get out of reach. And right now you can get it on the cheap, but I feel like this is going forward. This is going to be a major character in the MCU pretty soon, and that's Sabretooth. So I went back and picked up the first mini-series. His first mini-series. Can't afford the first appearance. Out of my price range. Love to have it, but just out of my price range. But this is cool too. But I got number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Love the artwork on those. And I've read this before back in the 90s when it first came out. And it was a fantastic read. Really good book. Love that character. I see big things happening for that character eventually. And as a tip from one of the community members on Instagram, he suggested you need to pick this book up. You need to pick this book up while it's going for nothing. So I took his advice and I picked one up, and this is Marvel Rising number 0, that free comic book day, and this is the first appearance of Ember Quaid, and I got two copies of it because it was dirt cheap, just in case. You never know, it might. And then you knew we weren't going to get through it without some. You knew we weren't going to get through the video without at least a couple, right? And I'm talking about my Dark Child, my latest collection or additions to my Dark Child collection. And this is Dark Child the Legacy, some preview, and this one is the Dynamic Forces regular cover, and it's limited to only 20,000 copies. I know, but I needed it. But I also got the gold foil variant. Now that one is limited to only 5,000 copies. And they both have a COA on the back from Dynamic Forces. So, had to get those. And then my Dreams of Dark Child, number 1, this holo foil. It took forever to get this Dynamic Forces holo foil cover. But I finally got one. So, loving it. And the last book, Dynamic Forces sure put out some cool books for these Dark Child books. I notice a lot of the variants I'm picking up from them are Dynamic Forces. But this is Dark Child Remastered number 0, the Dynamic Forces. Limited to, how many? 1,500 copies. Oh, there we go. A little holofoil action. But yeah, this one only has 1,500 copies. So, very cool. Like I said, I'm hype on Dark Child right now. I think there's a comeback in the works. I know there's a comeback in the works. I think it's going to blow up. And I think I'm manipulating the market with these. I'm buying all these Dark Child books, and they were like $2, $3, and now all of a sudden I'm on there looking at them and looking for them, and they've gone up drastically. Like it's like $15, $20 for some of these. And I was like, did I do that? I don't know. Maybe I just picked the cheap ones up first, and there you go. But anyway, that is my haul for this week. Hope you liked it. Let me know what your favorite books are. You can see we're still in development back here. Got some artwork hung up in that gap there. But still in development. It's a work in progress. Can't wait to get the room. Now that I've got the camera pointed at it, I can see that I've got room for another row up top and another row or two down bottom to fill that wall up, and it'd be hitting. Anyway, that's going to do it for this haul video. Before you go, please make sure you like my shit, comment on my shit, subscribe to my shit, turn that bell on so you don't miss my new shit. And we will see you guys in the next shit. Peace.